Hi, this is James with Understand Your Mac, and I thought we'd take a bit of a break after we've done a couple episodes on iWeb and talk about Safari 4, which was just released in beta by Apple. I'm assuming we'll see the real release, when Snow Leopard comes out, but they're letting us check it out now. And so I thought I'd talk about some of the new features that we're seeing. Hard to know which features will be there in the end, but this is a chance to at least play with it if you want. Now, there are quite a few changes from the interface standpoint. First of all, I just went ahead and we went to the Apple start page here. If I'm going to open a new tab, I'm going to hit Command-T on my keyboard. And it took me right to our top sites window. The other way we could get to that is by clicking on this window right there, or this button I should say, right there. And what this window is a representation of what Safari feels are the top sites that we've been visiting. Now in this case, because this is a user account that's just special on my computer for screencasts, I haven't done much surfing. So Safari ended up pulling up a bunch of pages from the bookmarks that are up here at the top. And all I need to do, so for instance I can click here, you can see as you put the mouse over it, highlights, I can click on it, it's going to take us right to Cooler. That talked about in episode 1. And if I want to go back, I can hit the back button or this button right here. And we can go choose something else. For instance, I have the Mac user group right here, the North Coast Mac user group that I'm a member of. And we have a Mac Computer Expo coming up in October. It's going to be a pretty big deal. And that's ncmug.org. Let me click here again. But there are a few other features here that might not be apparent unless you take a look. Down here at the lower left is an edit button. And when I click on edit, we get the X and we get the pin. So the X will get rid of this page from the window, whereas the pin is going to pin it to the window. So the way I've been using Safari 4 is I've been using this window as a bookmark for, how do I want to say it? I used to have about 6 different tabs up top here. And instead I use this window in place of those tabs. So I can quickly refer back and click on a new window. And these images or these pages update dynamically so I can actually see the web page change. So let's say I want to pin down this O'Reilly page from O'Reilly Media. I click on the pin right there, and it's going to stay there. Now I can also drag it around if I want, so if I want my windows organized differently, I can certainly do that. And let's say I didn't want this Google Maps page. I click on the X, and away it goes. Now I don't have anything to take its place, so right now this window is going to be blank till I do more surfing. And of course I want the Understand Your Mac page saved. I'm going to drag it to the top too. But so you can drag these around and they'll move and you can put them in the order you like to the pages that you see the most, to the pages you see the least or want to visit the least. And down here at the lower right we can click on small and we could have more windows if we want, or I should say more web pages visible. And we can click on large and we have 6 instead of 9. Actually 9, no that's 12, I'm sorry. 6 instead of 12. So we can organize it however it works best for us. So I find the medium works best for me. Now once we're finished pinning or getting rid of pages, we can click on Done here. And that returns us back to the way we were. But we also have a search field here where we can click our search history. And the cool thing about that is, let's go ahead and let add previews. It brings us into CoverFlow. So I can go down here and grab the slider. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's click back here. So go down and grab the slider. And we can go through the pages we've been searching through CoverFlow. Some of them haven't quite updated yet. And then when we see a page we like, let's go to Apple Insider here. We give it a click and the page will load up. So in this case, this is Apple Insider talking about a rumor about a new iPhone in mid-June. Now, something you'll notice when I did Command T, when I typed Command T on my keyboard, the tabs right here are at the top of the window instead of at the bottom, which is the way they were before. I don't happen to like that feature, but a lot of people seem okay with it. It's very controversial. A lot of people are thinking this is a preview of the browser look that we're going to see in the next version of the iPhone software. And that makes sense to me, and I think this will make more sense in an iPhone than it does on your Mac. But that's just me. So anyway, another great feature that we have now, I'm going to hit the Command key and the equal key on my keyboard and zoom in. Now on previous versions of Safari, when you did that, it made the text larger, but it didn't change the image size. And this version actually zooms in on the whole page, because when the text gets bigger but the images don't, the formatting is just a mess. And I heard complaints about that all the time when I worked for Apple. And this makes it much, much better. And then we can just move around. So the formatting remains the same. It's aesthetically more pleasing. And to get smaller again, I click the Command and the minus key. And we could even go further there, but we don't want to. Another cool feature is I can click on Window here. And I can say Move Tab to New Window. So have you ever had that, if you use tabs, I'm sure like me, you've run into times when you had so many tabs open you couldn't stand it and you couldn't find everything because it falls off the side here. You click on Window, Move Tab to New Window, and boom, it just opened up the Apple page again. So now my Apple Insider page is on one page and my Apple Start page is on another. So lots of flexibility there. Now I'm going to go to GoDaddy real quick and show you a new feature as well. Okay, so I signed into my GoDaddy website because I wanted to show you an anti-phishing feature. You can see where it says GoDaddy here and it's in green. If it didn't think that this was a legitimate site, it would be in red and giving us a warning. Now if I click on that, it goes ahead and even shows us the certificate that shows it's valid. So we can click OK there. So that's a little extra protection in case you're worried about phishing, and that makes things a little safer to surf. So let me go ahead and log out here.